Hi, it's me, K10. Oh my goodness. Hi.
Hello.
Hi, everybody. This is my friend Kennedy.
Hello, everybody.
And Kennedy, how's it going?
Good. I'm gonna go to a sleepover.
You're going to a sleepover tonight?
Yeah, but first I want to do something fun before I leave.
You want to do something fun before you leave?
Yeah.
And we said we would hang out today, so wait a minute. This gives me a clever idea for a crafternoon. Kennedy, we can make a fortune finder that you can play with everybody at your sleepover tonight.
Yeah!
Awesome. All right, let's get crafting. Come on, this way. Whoa! All right, are you ready to make a fortune finder?
Yeah.
Wonderful, me too. So the first thing we need to do is pick a piece of paper.
I want this color.
Ooh, all right. Well, maybe I'll choose this color.
That's plain.
I know it's plain, but I'm gonna decorate it with markers later.
And then it won't be anymore.
Exactly. So I'll move this to the side. And so the first things first we need to do is we need to make a square. And is this a square?
No.
No.
It's a rectangle.
It's a rectangle. So here's how we make it a square. Take the corner, we'll use scissors in a second, and bring it across.
Like this?
Yeah, and make sure that that corner really lines up. So you might be a little bit over here. That's okay. So like just like that. Do you see that? Now press it down. Press, press, press. And this, great. So now what you're gonna do.
This doesn't really look like one.
It doesn't look like a square just yet. But what we're gonna do next is fold this piece
Hold this piece.
over like that.
This?
Mm-hmm. And use your thumb,
To
your
seal
thumb
it
in
off.
to seal it off. So now what you're gonna do is open it up,
Open it up.
and you're gonna have a line that you wanna cut. So cut along that line right there. Okay?
Cutty, cutty.
Cutty, cutty, and I'm going to use my thumb to do a little rippy, rippy. Awesome. So now, what shape do you have?
Square.
A square. Now to make our fortune finder. So we have this beautiful line going across. So we want to make another line going across.
Wait,
so
what?
bring this end to touch there. All the way across, and try to line it up the very best you can.
Like this?
Yep, you're doing great. And then use that thumb to make this nice, make a nice line.
And seal.
Seal it up. If we fold it in half, what shape does that make?
Triangle.
What? I love all of these shapes.
Yeah, me too.
So what we're gonna do is we're going to take the corner,
This corner?
any corner, and you're gonna fold it to the middle.
Like this.
Yep, and seal it off.
Seal it with your thumb.
Seal it with your thumb. And then turn it around.
Wait.
Yep, make sure that's sealed. There you go. And then now take this side and do
Same
the
thing?
same. Yeah, you want the line to match right
Kinda
up.
looks like an airplane we're making.
I know, but it's gonna be different. Now what we're gonna do is flip it over.
Flip.
How many squares are on here?
4.
So take a corner,
Take a corner.
and you wanna fold that corner right to the middle.
And there.
Perfect. So now what we're gonna do is
I'll go over.
fold this, fold it like a triangle. Yep, so fold it together
So.
like that, and then fold it like that. Press. Yep. Oh, this is nice. It's good to have a grown-up to help for this. And then fold this like that. And press, 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 press. So I'm going to put my fingers in each one of these.
It looks like origami.
Yeah, it is origami. And
Oh.
do you see? My fingers are going in over here.
I made one.
You made one, yeah. All right, and then
I can play with it.
Exactly. So see, now, and the first time it's made, it's like a little bit, you gotta kind of press it a bit. So now let's do yours. So, kind of you have to bring them together. Now put a finger in, yeah, one there. Yeah, and then, there we go. I think we got it.
Yay!
Okay, now take pinch your fingers.
Pinch, pinch, pinch.
Pinch, and then you want to pinch in there.
Pinch, pinch, pinch.
So bring it together, close it, and then open it this way. One, and then open it this way.
2.
Yeah. 1, 2. 1, 2. There you go. So now this is our
Can I write my name on it?
You totally can write your name on it. But what I think we should do first is we gotta start doing our fortunes. So the first thing we should do.
Should we write 1, 2, 3, 4?
You got it. So what we're gonna do is.
With a black.
Yeah, so let's grab markers. You can just dump all those markers out if you want.
Messy.
We can be a little messy because we're crafting. Whoa!
Crafting is messy.
Crafting is messy. Okay.
I need black.
Okay. So.
1.
Yeah. And so each triangle, I like to do like this. So you do like 1, 2. We're gonna make 8 numbers. How many numbers do you have on yours?
8.
I have 8 numbers on mine too. So what we will do first is we can write different colors. You wanna write on there? I'll hold it for you. R-E-D. Nice. Now which is the next color that we should put on here?
Green.
Green. Love it.
G-R-E-E-N.
Green. What is the next one?
Purple.
Purple. That is a fun color to say. Do you know how to spell purple?
P-U-R-P-L-E.
Yeah, purple. So what is the last one gonna be?
Blue. I know how to spell
Ooh,
blue.
and that is a beautiful color of blue.
B-L-U.
Yeah, B-L-U-E. So each number gets a fortune. It's the game show that everybody loves. It's Fortune Finder. Okay.
Pick a color.
I pick red.
R-E-D.
Okay.
Pick a number.
I pick 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Pick a number.
1.
1.
I pick number 7.
Okay.
What is my fortune? What is my fortune?
You are pretty and smart.
Ah! Yay! Isn't that so fun?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So which color do you pick?
Pink.
P-I-N-K. What number do you pick?
6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What number do you pick?
1.
1. What number do you pick?
8.
8? Okay, this is your fortune, whatever I say. You are so nice and caring. Well, you are so nice and caring for coming over and crafting with me.
Thank you for helping me make it.
You're welcome, and thank you for joining us too. Bye! Thank you so much for watching K10's Crafternoon. If you love making crafts as much as I do, and you love making them with me, make sure to subscribe to my channel on YouTube at K10 Crafternoon. Make sure you ask a parent to help you out. Hi, it's me, K10, and today I had something to do. Oh no, it's Valentine's Day. That's right, and I need to make something to hold these chocolates in to give to my friend. Oh my gosh, what could I do to put these chocolates in and make a Valentine's Day treat? Wait a minute, I just got a clever idea for a crafternoon. we can make a heart-shaped basket for these chocolates and make it the most beautiful gift ever. Yes! So we're gonna need 2 pieces of construction paper to make this craft. So let me bring some options over here. We have pink, we have yellow, we have purple, we have orange, we have red, we have black, and we have blue to choose from. But I think I want to choose some very Valentine's Day colors. So I think I should choose pink because hearts are pink. And I think I might also choose red because hearts are red. I'll move this off to the side. Now, when we are doing this craft, we're gonna be doing something called weaving. So in order to do that, we have to stack both of our papers just like so. And then you're gonna fold them in half. Now this is very important, this part, is you need to cut from this bottom end. If you cut from here, the project doesn't work. I'll show you why. So let's take a marker and maybe I will pick another heart color. I like this color. It's kind of like that strawberry red.
Strawberries.
We're going to draw a big arch. And the arch has to go from the bottom of this side. So what we're gonna do is like this. There you go, there's our big arch. And we're gonna cut along this arch. And you'll see what we have pretty soon. Okay, now check it out. It also kind of looks like a little house for me, like a little door, but it's not just that. When you break it apart, you get 2 floppy things. And the idea is that we're gonna weave them together to make a heart. Oh, that's gonna be so lovely. All right, so first off, I'm just gonna trim a little bit of this, just make it a little bit more of that arch shape. I'm always cutting and then trimming because that's just kind of what you wind up doing. So the next thing we wanna do is we wanna cut 2 lines. And the line is gonna go to about here on there because you wanna cut the line off there so we can weave that heart together. So let me estimate that. I'm gonna cut right here. And we're gonna go all the way down here. This is a really impressive craft and it's really quick. You don't even need glue. So why do I even have my glue here? Well, I always have my craft supplies here. Okay, so you're gonna have 2 things that kind of look like this. Great. So now what we have to do is weave them together. Can you believe it? That's silly. Okay, so what you do to weave is you take one of these loops and you go in. Then you take that same loop and you thread this loop through. And then you take that loop and you go in. So what we're doing is weaving is just a pattern. And what we want to do now is the opposite. So we want the second one to go through. And then we're gonna go in. Just like so. And we're gonna go through. And I took a while to learn how to make these baskets. Might take some practice, but once you can do it, it's so fun. Okay, and you pull that through. This is looking really nice. So now we want to whittle this up all the way to the top that you can. And now, the next one we have to do, we want it to look just like this top one. So we're gonna go through, come on now, there we go, we're gonna go through, and it's gonna go in, and this one is gonna go like so, and if you've done the steps right, sometimes I've not done them right, but if you've done the steps right, when you open it up, you'll have a basket. Wow. Check that out. We made this whole basket with just 2 pieces of construction paper and some scissors. That is a very powerful craft. And now what we have to do to make it ready for Valentine's Day is fill it with chocolates. So we're gonna put them all in here. Maybe I can put them all in at once. Wow, check it out. It's our crafternoon creation. We made a basket with chocolates inside it for Valentine's Day. Not only is it sweet because chocolates are sweet, but it's sweet because you made it. And crafts are such a great gift to give, especially on Valentine's Day. Well, thank you for having another crafternoon with me, K10. Happy Valentine's Day! Hi, it's me, K10, and I am at the beach. Yeah, the beach is so much fun, and I had the best day ever. I made a sand castle, I played in the sand, I even went for a little dip in the ocean. It was the best time ever. And now I have to go home. And I just wish that there was a way to make me remember this great day that I've had at the beach. Wait a minute. This gives me a clever idea for a crafternoon. We can use some sand from the beach to make a beach memory. Yes! Oh, do you have a container I could use? Awesome, okay, great. What we'll do is we'll just scoop up some of this sand. Oh yeah, let's go, come on. Whoa, all right, so we have our bowl of sand. Ooh, listen to that. Well, that's kind of cool. All right, so let's open it up. Here we go. Wow, that is the sand from the ocean that we were just playing in. So what we're gonna do is we're going to take this sand, and my idea is we can make a sand castle with it. Have you ever made a sand castle? They are so fun. I have this cookie cutter that's in the shape of a sand castle. Well, this is actually the shape of a castle. So the idea is if we make a mixture of sand and glue, we can put it into this cookie cutter shape, and then it's going to dry, and then we can decorate it like a castle. How does that sound? And you'll always remember the great time from the beach. So let's get going. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take glue, and we're going to put a lot of glue inside of this mixture because we really want to stir up glue and this sand together. We're gonna start with a little craft stick to stir this mixture up. And look at that, it's just slowly getting all of that sand into it. It kind of looks like sand slime if you ask me. Look at that, it's just getting all ooey and gooey and sandy. Okay, and I think what I should do is maybe get my hands dirty. All right, ew, It feels very much like wet sand, but with extra stickiness on it. Ew. So you make this kind of like a sand putty, and this is just sand and white glue that we've mixed together. Can you believe that? Kind of reminds me of baking, like rolling some dough in some sugar, but instead of sugar, it's just sand. All right, so we've got this this is starting to feel really good. So you kind of just have to judge it yourself. You want to have as much sand in here as you can, but not so much that you're gonna have sand all over the place. And a good idea when you're doing this craft is, because this is one of the messier crafts I've ever done, is do it with some paper lying down, or this is a great one to do outside to keep that mess under control. But look at this. This is even fun just to make sand slime, I have to say. So let's take our mold. I'm gonna move this bowl over here. We're gonna take our mold and we're gonna take our sand glue and we're gonna push it into the mold. Just make sure you press it all the way to those edges of that mold, because you want it to retain that shape. All right, so we have this beautiful little mold. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move this over here. So we're going to gently lift this in to here. Make sure you press it nice and flat so that the wax paper doesn't kind of bunch up underneath, because then you might get a crinkle mixed in with it. And so what you're gonna do is you're gonna let this glue sand dry for about 3, 4, 5 days, however long it takes until it's dry. And then it's gonna look just like this. Wow! So this is what our castle looks like after you peel it out of the mold. And it's a little bendy because of the glue, but it's really solid otherwise. And now what I think we should do is decorate it and make it look very royal. And to do that, I have just the thing. Glitter glue. I love glitter glue because it adds always such a nice shine and impact to whatever you're trying to make look awesome. Let's make this beautiful outline. Here we go. Adding an outline always adds so much to make a project look finished. Wow, check this out. This is our crafternoon creation. It's a sand castle made of sand from the beach that we went to. Isn't that just so beautiful? If you want, you could also get a grown-up to put a magnet on the back and make it a beautiful magnet reminder of your trip. Thank you so much for having another very royal crafternoon with me, K10. Bye. Hi, it's me, K10, and check it out. We have mail. All right, let's open up this card. It says, "Dear K10, I love your show. I want to know how to make a craft for my best friend Ava. She just lost a tooth and the tooth fairy is going to visit her." Oh my gosh, that is so exciting. Thanks, Jasper. Also, I put something else in the envelope for you. Let's check it out. What do you think it is? It's a googly eye. This gives me a clever idea for a crafternoon. We can make a little tooth card for your friend Ava. That would be so fun. Let's go make one now. Come on. Whoa. All right. So we have to make something for a friend who lost a tooth. So I'm thinking, why don't we make a tooth fairy? All right. So I think we can use some watercolor paper for this.
Watercolor paper.
So first off, we need to make the shape of a tooth. So what I'm thinking we do is on the back of the watercolor paper, we can draw a tooth shape. To draw a tooth shape, it's kind of like drawing a heart, and then you just kind of dent in at the bottom. Let me show you. We go like this, and we go in, and like this, right? Kind of like how you are when you're drawing a heart. And then you go down, and instead of a heart, where you would connect these two things, you go up and down. We're going to cut this out, and the reason why we drew on the back is because you won't see it on the front. So, cutting this out. And again, teeth are definitely all sorts of shapes and sizes. So you do not need to worry if your tooth is a little bit different or if one side is a little different than the other. That's all part of the fun. All right, so we're gonna curve around and down and up. And we're gonna curve around again. Make that nice and even. And look at that, we have a tooth. What do fairies have? Fairies like to fly around, and they use what to fly around with? Wings. So let's make some fairy wings using our scraps. So I'm gonna draw on the back again. So a fairy wing, these can be really cute. They can be like this, and kind of like how you would draw a flower petal. And the last thing we need is, I think, our tooth fairy needs a crown. And a crown is really fun because you just draw the base, and then we're gonna go up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down, kind of just zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. And you can kind of have fun with that. I love drawing zigzags. And the more unique you do it, the more cool it's gonna be. All right, just because we are working with a really small scrap, we can kind of cut in on the zigzags like this. Whoa! All right, boop. And over here, and over here. Nice. Let's do that. All right, so we've got our tooth, we've got our crown, we've got our wings. Now it's time to paint them.
Watercolor paint.
Let's get this nice and wet. And we just start plopping it down on the paper, and see how the paper is absorbing the colors. There's all kind of different ways it's absorbing. We could even try some lighter ones. Look at that. It's just so pretty how all these colors absorb in their own way. Let's try some of this brighter one. Over here. Wow, that is so nice. So we have the crown for our tooth fairy. I'm gonna put it in a drying area. And now we have to paint our wings for our tooth fairy. So I love the idea of doing pink wings. So, this is one of my favorite colors. Maybe I'll use this. And maybe some of this one too. And here we go. Oh, wow. So pretty. And the nice thing about this project is, oh, look at that. I just put a little bit of water on it, and now I'm like really painting. Wow. That looks great. So I'm gonna dry this little wing off in our drying area. And the last wing, our little flower petal, I'm gonna make this one brighter pink. See how that looks. Wow, it's just so cool when all these splotch down in their own unique way. Okay, and because our tooth is watercolor, we're gonna put some watercolor on that. Check this wing out. So beautiful. So let's glue these eyes on. Excuse me. Sometimes flipping these over is tricky. A little bit of glue. There we go. One tooth fairy eye on. And a little bit of glue. Two tooth fairy eyes on. Next thing I want to do is I want to do some cute little cheeks. Because you know, when you pinch your cheeks, they get all rosy. I think this tooth fairy could have the rosiest little cheeks.
Aw, so cute.
So let me pick a color. How about this one? This one is a nice kind of cheek color. Maybe a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Now let's just see what we get right here. If we do little rosy cheeks. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. Let's do rosy cheeks over here. And if you just kind of move your brush in a circle, it actually makes a bigger circle, just like that. Okay, and now we just need a smile. We're gonna do a fine line, and we're gonna use this little paintbrush for that. We're gonna go into the black watercolor, and let's give this little tooth a smile. Oh, that is just so cute. Look at that. And so what we gotta do now is we've got to use our glue to connect all these pieces on to our beautiful tooth. So we have this wing. Oh, that's gonna look so good. So what you do is you put some glue kind of at the bottom tip of that wing, and you put it back there, and then you kind of find out where it looks good. I think that looks really nice for a wing. You also could just tape it if you didn't want to glue it. Wow, check it out! We made a tooth fairy using watercolor paper and watercolors. It's our crafternoon creation! Yes! Thank you so much for having another crafternoon with me, K10. Bye! Bye! I'm gonna fly! All right. It's me, K10, and check it out. I am just looking at these beautiful flowers that I put in a nice rainbow mug. This one is my favorite. It is a daffodil, and it's got yellow, and it's got white around it. Anyway, I just love these so much. Oh, and check this out. Oh no, look at this. I love my pens. They're so cool, but they always make a mess when they're in a pile. They just don't look nearly as nice as my other stuff I've got around here. Wait a minute. This gives me a clever idea for a crafternoon. Yes! Oh, and you know what we're gonna need? These flowers. Come on! Whoa, all right, let's get to crafting. So, because these are artificial flowers, we can use them in our craft. So, we're gonna need the same amount of flowers for the same amount of pens. So let's count how many pens we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 pens, so we're gonna need 8 flowers. And because these flowers have wire in them, it's really helpful if you get a grown-up to help you out. Oh, thank you. So, check this out. We have all the little stems, and they're separate away from their other stuff. But you really want to be careful, and this is something, again, that's really good to have a grown-up around for, is just being careful of wires, because you don't want to get poked. So, what we're going to do, we can start on this. We take our flower, we take the lid off our pen, then we find the flower, we kind of match it up to the pen, and then we need something called washi tape.
Washi tape!
I'll pick a green color because our flower stems are green, we can match. But washi tape is like tape, but it's a little bit thin, and it's also not super sticky. But what we can do with our washi tape is we can wrap it around the pen and make it look like the stem of the flower. So we can make it look like the flower and the pen are just one thing. And then my idea is we can make our whole pen jar look like a vase of flowers. How cool is that? Okay, so we'll start on this one. So I'm just gonna line this up, being careful of that wire. And we just have to start it. Starting it is the tricky part with washi tape. But you can wrap it around, and then now that you have it wrapped, you just have to keep going. You might get some pin on you, but look at that. I'm pretty good with washi tape, which is why I'm just using my thumb to wrap it around, but sometimes it might take a little bit longer than this. So we go like this and twist, 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 twist. I think this is gonna make the pens look really good. Another thing that you can use to do this craft is something called floral tape. That is a craft supply that not a lot of kids have, so that's why I'm using washi tape instead. But anything that's green that could hold this down could do. So you could use even some green felt and wrap that green felt around this. Or you could use some green yarn and wrap it around, or embroidery floss, but check this out. So this is our flower pen. And then if we put it in our rainbow cup, now that looks like a flower in a jar. How cool. So we're just gonna do this. We had 8 pens. We're gonna do this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 more times. Wow, check it out. It's another Crafternoons creation. I love this. I think this looks so nice. It's not only flowers, it's also pens. And you're never gonna lose a pen again. And also this would be such a nice gift for somebody who really wants their pens organized and also who really likes flowers too. Well, thank you so much for joining me for another Crafternoon. Bye. It's me, K10, and check it out. Today we are in the desert. The desert is a place where there's not a lot of water, so it's really dry and really sandy, and there are a lot of special plants and animals that live in the desert. I want to show you a plant that I saw earlier today. I will give you a hint though. It is very pokey. Maybe the pokiest plant you've ever seen ever. Do you know what plant I'm talking about? I'm talking about the cactus. Check this out. This is a barrel cactus, and it's called a barrel cactus because it's shaped kind of like a barrel. And a barrel cactus can live to be over 100 years old. Can you believe that? And a barrel cactus has a lot of very sharp spikes on it. Ouch! And the reason why it's so sharp and pokey is because a cactus has to keep safe from all the animals that might want to eat it.
Ooh, me?
This gives me a clever idea for a Crafternoon. We can make a cactus that doesn't hurt when you touch it. Yes! Okay, here I go! Oh, but wait! We're gonna need a rock to help us out. Come on! Okay, so we're at our crafting table and we have our rock, which is going to be our cactus that doesn't hurt when you poke it. So to start, I'm gonna use a little bit of scrap cardboard just to be the working station so I don't get the table dirty. And I'm going to grab our palette. I'm using a real palette, but if you have a paper plate you wanna use, or even a real plate that you can wash and use again, you can use that too. And so I wanna make my cactus green. So I was thinking we could use these paint and maybe mix them together. To paint this rock, I think I'm gonna use a nice big paintbrush. I'm just gonna start mixing these colors a little bit, but not a lot. And I'm just gonna start painting this rock. And look at how nice that looks when you use a few different colors on your brush. It always adds a nice thing that artists call dimensionality to your painting. So see, you can kind of see a little bit of the blue in there and a little bit of the green. I just think that that looks really nice because in nature, there's a lot of dimensionality when you look at plants. Like even that cactus we were looking at today, it had a lot of different colors on it. And that's a nice thing about nature, I think. Okay, so when this is all painted on this side, I'm gonna try not to get my fingers too, okay. I'm gonna try not to get my fingers too messy, but because we're using acrylic paints, those are really easy to get off our hands when we're done. And artists always have some paint on their hands, I think. It's fun to make a mess. Get that all nice and green. Okay, wow, I just love how this is looking. Take a look at that. Okay, so we're just gonna let this hang out here. Okay, balance. I'm gonna pop that in there. I'm going to wipe off my fingers. And next thing we're gonna use to make this is a pot. And I'm using, like, I found this at the dollar store, but you can use anything to be your pot. You can recycle a can that a grown-up says is okay to use. You could use a bowl. You could use anything you want. You could even use a cardboard tube, but we're gonna use this today. I think that'll look really cute. So what I want to do before I put this in, actually I'm gonna maybe measure it a little bit. That looks good. I think I need a little padding underneath to hold this up. So I'm going to grab some felt from my awesome tray of craft supplies, and maybe that will help pad it up. This is the part of crafting that you just have to invent the solution. So let's try that again. That is looking really good. All right. Wow, okay. So what we're gonna do now is we're going to take some glue, and this is tacky glue. You can also use a glue gun if you have a grown-up with a glue gun, but I love using tacky glue. And what you're gonna do is you're just gonna pour some glue in anywhere that the cactus is meeting the side of the container, just to get it all nice and in there already. And then we need to put some soil. So in the desert, there's sand, there's soil, there's rocks, as you know. And I was thinking maybe we could use some pom-poms to be our soil, because these are kind of cool because you can kind of just shove them in anywhere they need to go.
Pom-poms.
So I'm just gonna start putting in some pom-poms, just right in there to be our soil layer and our different rocks, and make it look kind of like a funny desert. Like maybe a desert where there's like a little bit extra color in the air. I've never been to a desert where I've seen soil like that. But this will be our desert. So once you got some pom-poms in here, and you know what, you can kind of like push them in so that they're poking out a bit, and also put them kind of where the glue was. It's a nice way to cover up the glue and you know that those pom-poms are gonna stick. Okay, so now what I think we need to do is add some more tacky glue before our next layer of pom-poms. So just a big squirt of that. You can get tacky glue at any sort of art supply shop. I just love it because it's so tacky. Tacky is another word for sticky. Wow, this is looking really, really good. Sometimes I even surprise myself at how good these crafts look. Check that out. That looks so nice. So now we talked about doing the spikes part that don't poke you. So for that, we're gonna use a brush. Let's use one of these smaller brushes here. And so we're gonna kind of use this brush kind of like a stamp. So we're gonna press it into this paint and we're gonna stamp it right on there. Do you see that? So we're gonna use the white paint on the green and we're just gonna go stamp, stamp, stamp. That is something fun about different brushes. You can totally use them as brushes like we did to paint this green. You can also use them just like a stamp. And different size brushes will give you different size spikes. Here, I'll show you. Let's use this big brush and see how that stamps. I bet that's gonna make a really big spike. Whoa, that looks cool too. Everything is always a fun thing in crafts when you can just experiment and trust your gut. Okay, let me just take one more look. Wow, this looks really awesome. And also, the shape even reminds me of that barrel cactus shape. Ooh, pretty. Check it out. It's our crafternoon creation. Thank you for having another crafternoon with me, K10. Bye.
Hi, it's me, K10, and look at where I'm walking. It's a path. Yeah, I'm on a hike. A hike is like a walk, but you just do it on a path. And you can see all sorts of really cool things like other people and animals and plants. Oh, hey!
Hi,
Are you on a hike?
I am on a hike.
Oh, that's so cool! A person who goes for a hike is called a hiker. That is so neat. How's your hike going?
It's going really well, but I kind of wish I had something to help me walk a little bit better.
Hey, wait a minute. This gives me a clever idea for a crafternoon. Wait right there.
Okay.
Hang on. Wait, but I'm gonna need a stick and your 3 favorite colors.
Orange, yellow, and blue.
Orange, yellow, blue. Okay, help me remember that. Okay, wait right there.
Whoa, okay. So we've got our stick. That will be our hiking stick. And we've got our embroidery floss.
Embroidery floss.
I love embroidery floss. It is so cool. You can use it for so many different things. So let's remember, what were his 3 favorite colors? They were orange. So let's use this orange because we already had it. Yellow. So maybe we could use this yellow. That's really nice. It kind of matches my top. And the last one was blue. Maybe this blue. That looks really nice. So we've got orange, yellow, and blue. Great. So when you have embroidery floss, it comes like this. And you can always like easily pull it out like that, which is pretty cool. So it's all looped in there. So we're gonna start on this handle. So we're gonna tie it on, just like so. And you're gonna double knot it. And then all we're gonna do is you're gonna line this along there and you're just gonna start wrapping it around. You can wrap it up, you can wrap it down. The most important thing is that you kind of just do it your own way that you wanna do it. And you wrap for about like, half of a finger, and that's how long we'll go. So you can also incorporate other things in it. So I was thinking we could use a pom-pom.
Pom-poms.
And you can also wind it on. You could also maybe use a pipe cleaner if you wanted. You could put anything in as long as you kind of like wind it on and hold it that way. So there we go, look at that. We've got a stick with the blue pom-pom right in it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut this and we're gonna tie this so it is nice and tied off, just like so. Boom, so we'll use our orange next. So we're just gonna pull this out and we're going to we're gonna tie this on. Whoa, stick, don't move. We're gonna tie this on, boop, 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 boop. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to hide this in the cord that we're wrapping around. So, and we're gonna lay this part down too. So really like when we're wrapping the orange around, we're trying to hide the extra cord of the yellow and also the cord of the orange. So let's remember the favorite colors. Maybe we could put a yellow pom-pom on this one. So I'll grab a yellow pom-pom. These are such cool colors all together. This orange kind of reminds me of an orange vegetable that I love. Do you know what it is? Carrot.
Num num num. I love carrots too.
So just keep wrapping and wrapping and wrapping. And then when we've kind of got to that half a finger length, we're going to cut it. And remember what we're gonna do? We're gonna tie it. Okay, so we're gonna tie that right there. Boom. Okay, so the next color is the blue. We have this beautiful blue. It's kind of like a periwinkle blue, I think it's called. So we're gonna pull that out. And we're going to tie it on. And like, you know, this doesn't need to be perfect. It just has to be kind of fun and how you would make it. So you might not even make it like how I make it, but it's gonna be special no matter what because you made it. And if it's a gift, that's even cooler. So we're just gonna start wrapping this around. And we're gonna hide these orange pieces and this long string too, because we don't want to see that. And I think what we should do is we should make this a pattern. So a pattern is something that repeats. So if we have yellow, orange, and blue, what should be the next thing in our pattern? Yellow. And now what we're gonna do is we're going to cover it in a glue and water kind of potion. So take a little cup and we're gonna just glob some of our tacky glue in. All right, here we go. Whoa!
Glue!
And we're gonna take some water and we're just gonna pour it in. Just enough to maybe cover it like so. So we're kind of watering down some glue. We're gonna use a paintbrush for this. I'm using kind of a bigger paintbrush. And take a minute and just swirl this around. And this is looking great. Okay, so now that we have our mixture ready to go, we're gonna take I like using a piece of tin foil just to like catch the mess and not have it stick. So we've got our tin foil down and our little jar of this. So what we want to do is we just want to coat all this stuff in our glue mixture. That way it kind of like gets everything a little wet and also helps everything set. So, you know, it stays on a lot better than if we just left it as it is. Because right now the only thing holding it all down is our knots. So we're just gonna flip it over and we're gonna do the other side. Whoa! And just get that on there. Nice. Just brush it on. There we go. All right, so check it out. This is our hiking stick. So all we need to do is wait for it to dry and go find our hiker who's waiting for us. Yes.
Hi.
Look at what I made for you.
Wow, is this a hiking stick?
It is. Check it out. And it's your favorite colors. Yellow, orange, and blue.
Wow,
And I did it in a pattern too, so it repeats.
it's really nice.
Thank you so much. And yeah, that's to keep your hand nice and comfortable so you don't have to grab the actual stick. Yeah.
Cool, this will help me so much on my hike. Thank you so much.
Of course, I love when a craft can help.
Okay, goodbye.
Goodbye, good luck on your hike.
Thank you.
Wow, that was so nice to help somebody with a craft. Well, thank you so much for joining me for another crafternoon. Bye!
Hi, it's me, K10. And guess what? My friend called me because she scraped her knee on the pavement. Ouch! And I had to run out and give her one of these. Check it out. These are bandages. Have you ever had to use one of these? Yeah, these can help a lot if you get a scrape or a cut, and it really helped my friend. I just wish that there was a way I could make her feel better. Hey, actually I do have a great way to make her feel better. This gives me a clever idea for a crafternoon. And we'll use these bandages. Come on! Whoa! Wow! I am ready for a crafternoon. So check these out. We have a couple different colors of bandages. Let's count how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 bandages. So my idea for a craft requires 3 bandages, so we'll use 1 of each, just to make it really fun. And we'll move these off to the side. And we'll start with, this is the idea. So we're gonna take a piece of watercolor paper.
Watercolor paper.
And you can find watercolor paper at an art store or the dollar store. So we're gonna fold this together. And also you can do this craft even if you don't have watercolor paper. It'll look nice no matter what. You're gonna fold it like so. You wanna make sure that the edges are nice and even and crisp. Like that, and then you wanna go like that. Whoa, that's sometimes hard. You can use your thumbnail to go like that, make a nice straight edge. And so I was thinking we could make my friend a card that is called a Get Well Soon card. So she'll know that we're thinking of her and we want her to feel better. And my idea is we use Band-Aids. So what we're gonna use is Band-Aids, and these are waterproof Band-Aids. So we're gonna need waterproof Band-Aids for this craft. So we're just gonna open them up, and we're gonna put the bandage down. It's cool, so we're actually like putting a bandage on this paper here. So we've got like one that we can put here, here, and here. There we go, we've got our 3 bandages ready to go. And we're gonna take our watercolor paints and we're going to paint around the bandages.
Watercolor paint.
To use watercolor paints, we need water. So what we're gonna do is we're going to go into our watercolor paints. Maybe I will use this nice color. I love pink paint. It always looks so pretty. So maybe what we'll do is we'll just paint around this waterproof bandage like that. And there we go. So now we need a new color. I love swirling this color around. let's pick, let's pick maybe a color like this nice blue-green color. Put that here. And it's okay if the watercolors touch, because that's all kind of the fun and artisticness of this. There we go. We got a nice kind of oval around this bandage. Then, whoa, look at that water. And then maybe we should use a lighter color, maybe like yellow, like my shirt. Let's do that. Make it all nice and ooey gooey. I like spinning water around on these to make them all nice and saturated. Saturated just means how much color you see. So if I didn't swirl this around that much, like if I did this, and I just did like boop, you know, you see a little less color than you do if you swirl it around a lot. So this is less saturated, this is more saturated. But for this craft, I like more saturated. Thank you. So we do that. And so now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do something where we show the negative space. So we're gonna pull these Band-Aids off, and guess what we're gonna find? Whoa! So that is where the Band-Aid was. So we're creating bandages all over this piece of paper, and I'm gonna put this bandage somewhere else, you know, just kind of anywhere you want. The idea is that we cover it eventually all with bandages. So you're gonna peel this one off. Whoa! And you can even make a bandage kind of cross two of them, make it really cool. I'm gonna pull this one off. Wow, that looks so neat. And I'm gonna do maybe one like that. Just, you know, all sorts of different ones. And when some colors go on top of each other, they'll create really cool combinations of colors. So I'm gonna maybe go in with a blue. I love blue. It makes me feel so good. And I'm gonna just swirl that all around. Oh, check it out. So we have a color coming right here, and that's blue and yellow mixed together. Do you know what color that makes? Green. So see how this is this is more blue, and then this kind of turned green right here when I put it right on top? It's really cool. So I'm gonna put a little bit more saturation on here. Get that blue, and you can go right to the edge of the card. And watercolor paint is easy to clean up. Okay, and so then we just remove that. Whoa! That looks so cool, and these Band-Aids are done. So check this out. This feels so unique and original, and we use bandages to make it. And this is our Get Well Soon card. So I got these stickers from the dollar store, and check it out. They are like alphabet stickers. So fun. So we can just spell this out, and then it kind of is like, you know, something extra special too, I think. So we find the G, let's pop it here, G-E, and then get, G-E-T, get. We got that word, so we got get. Now we have to spell well, which is W-E-L-L. Let's find the W. W. E. And then two L's. L. Sometimes you don't get all the letters you want in one of these. So sometimes you have to buy two. There's another L we have right here. And then soon is S-O-O-N. So we got an S. And we're gonna do O. O. And then we have the letter N. Get well soon. Look at that. Get well soon. So she'll get this card, and you can write a nice note on the inside too. What I think I want to do is I want to take a marker and make this really stand out. So I want to do something called emphasis lines. Okay, there we go. There's my marker. And what you just do here is you just do like little emphasis lines. And you could do these in any color you want. You could do this with paints too. I kind of just like using markers. When we talk about different mediums, like paint is a different medium, markers is a different medium, stickers is a different medium. So I really like art projects that have a lot of different mediums because I think it makes them look really just full of love. There we go. And there, it's our crafternoon creation. Yes! I can't wait to fill this out and send it to her as she gets better from her scrape. Well, thank you so much for joining me for another crafternoon. I had so much fun. Bye. Hi, it's me, K10, and check it out. We are in the desert. And the desert is a place that's really dry, and there's not a lot of water, and there's a lot of special plants and animals that live here, and there's a plant I want to show you today. Check it out. This is a palm tree.
Palm tree?
Palm trees grow in the desert, and they are so neat. They have these big green leaves at the top that like to sway in the wind, and a palm tree can give you a little bit of shade if you don't want to have the sun in your face all the time when you're out in the desert. And there can be a lot of sun. And the coolest thing about palm trees is that they're named for this. Yep, the palm of your hand. Because those big leaves look just like some palms at the top of the tree. Isn't that cool? Hey, actually, that gives me a clever idea for a crafternoon. Yes! Wait, and you know what we're gonna need? Our palms.
Very funny, K10.
That's silly. Come on. Whoa, okay. We have what we need. It's our palms to do this craft. So, let's get started by actually doing the base first. So, why don't we take, just like you could use a piece of paper, I'm gonna use a little plate to kind of be the base of our palm tree. And I have a fun idea. We could use some of these paper tubes to kind of pile them on top of each other and make them kind of look like that palm tree trunk. Maybe it'll work. So if I cut like this, and I always save my paper tubes. So I'm thinking what we could do is do little snips around the edge here and use that to kind of stick the tree down on the plate. And for this, what you can do is kind of fold these out like this, kind of like a sun, like that desert sun, like that. Do you see that? And so, plop it right on the plate, and then what we can do is use tape to tape it down. You could also use some glue if you wanted to, but I love using tape because it's nice and quick.
Tape is sticky.
And really gets the job done in this craft, I think. Awesome. So this is sticking down really, really nicely, like that. And then we can really get going constructing our tree. So, perfect. So now that this is all down, let's do an idea that I have where we kind of like put one in the other, kind of like that. And then I'm thinking we could do something like this. So they kind of like stack on top of each other, and kind of it really looks like that tree trunk. And it might kind of curve different ways. There's different palm trees that kind of do their own thing, and each one is unique. So I think if ours are unique, that's really cool. So I'm gonna take our tacky glue and figure out what we need to do here. I'm gonna put it kind of on the edges of where this is going in. Boop, 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 boop.
Glue!
Oh. And a little bit here, and a little bit here. And so just so it can kind of nestle in and get all sticky. And this will dry clear, so you don't need to worry if you see that. Little spots. And then I'm gonna put this one on top, kind of like this. And don't worry if they don't fit exactly. It's just something we're trying. And your hands might get glue on them, but that again is part of being a crafter. Sometimes you get your art supplies on you. And that is a sign that you are an artist. Okay, so I think we're all good here. But I think we need our palm tree to be slightly taller because you saw the one that we were underneath. So I'm gonna use another tube. I'm gonna cut it in 3s. Maybe when you're doing it, you could try cutting it in 4s or more even. And again, this does not need to be perfect because nature isn't perfect. Okay. So we're gonna stick this one right in here. Boop, boop, boop. And they kind of, if you pinch them, they kind of do stay. The glue is just to help a little bit extra. Okay, boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Do you ever sing while you craft? I always do. And my songs don't even make sense. Okay, so put that one on top there. That one is really tall. Okay, so I'm just gonna put a little glue here, little glue there. Okay, hope that sticks. Nice. And then the last one, this can kind of be the one that the palms stick to. And remember why a palm tree is called a palm tree? Because the leaves are in the shape of your hand. I think that is so cool. Okay, just a little bit more glue, but see, we have a really nice base for our tree here. I think that looks really nice. And so now we need to trace our palm. There's lots of crafts that you trace your palm for, but this one I think is maybe my most fun. So I'm gonna take a piece of green construction paper.
Construction paper!
If we wanted to get really creative, we could do a blue palm tree or purple palm tree, but we'll stick with green for now. So I'm gonna take a marker, maybe I'll take a dark green marker and use that to trace my hand. All right, so put this down here. We've gotta make 3 tracings of my hand, so maybe I'm gonna try to be a little bit safe on this to save paper. So I'm gonna go like that, like that, like that. Make these beautiful palm leaves. And maybe I didn't even get marker on myself. Good job. And over here, let's do another one. And I'm right-handed, so I'm using my right hand to trace my left hand, but if you're left-handed, maybe you'll use your right hand to trace. Okay. Awesome. So, we're gonna cut these out. And actually, I'll teach you a little trick. If you wanna cut, because we have to cut 3 out, take 2 pieces of paper and kind of put them together. We'll even get 4 out of doing this. So you're gonna cut along the lines. And again, just do your best. It doesn't have to look like your hand because we're trying to make it look like a palm tree leaf. Do, 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 do. Listen to the noise that the scissors makes. I love this noise. If this is a little tricky for you, this is a nice thing to ask a grown-up to help you to do, because this can be a little hard with safety scissors, you know? Okay. Bring that around, and are you ready? Check this out. 2 hands. And so, see, it's kind of blowing in the air conditioner anyway, but you can see how these leaves are kind of like that. I'm gonna put those on top. So, let's do that now. So we're gonna use tape, and we're gonna do something called a tape loop. So you take a piece of tape and you just make a loop, so that way it's sticky on both sides. We're gonna put that right here, right on top of our palm tree. Still wet, but that's okay. This is not gonna weigh it down a lot. We're gonna just stick that right there. Maybe we could put a little extra tape just to keep it nice and secure, because that never hurts to have something feel nice and secure. Then we're gonna use our next leaf, and you can kind of turn these leaves any way you want. I'm gonna put this one right here, and we're gonna make that tape loop again, so it's nice and sticky on this palm. We're gonna plop that right here and maybe just go pinch, pinch, pinch. Nice. And then the last one we need, probably need 3. So let's cut. We can put this in our recycling pile and use that for another craft. And we'll just cut this one out. I can make like a mini desert in my house with this palm tree now. I bet some nice visitors will say, I love your palm tree. But I think this will make me happy every time I see it indoors, because I don't have a palm tree indoors. Okay, and we just cut along the lines. Okay, and sometimes when you're cutting too much, it's nice to just cut away from the paper. So then you just only have to deal with a little bit and not that big whole hanging part. We're just gonna cut around here. There we go. We'll save these scraps for another day. And we're gonna put the tape loop on and pop it right here and right on top, and check this out. It's our crafternoon creation, a palm tree made with the palms of our hands. Wow. I might even use this for shade next time I'm out in the hot desert sun. Well, thank you for joining me for another crafternoon with me, K10. Bye. Thank you so much for watching K10's Crafternoon. If you love making crafts as much as I do, and you love making them with me, make sure to subscribe to my channel on YouTube at K10 Crafternoon. Make sure you ask a parent to help you out. Hi, it's me, K10, and I'm just taking this water bottle out to the recycling bin. I love recycling bins because it is a great place to find things to make crafts with. And check this out, whoa! This is a rose bush. Have you ever seen a rose bush? Roses are beautiful flowers and they smell so sweet. And roses smell sweet because they attract pollinators like bees and butterflies to come fly right near them.
We love flowers. Num num num.
Oh hey, check this out. One of the roses fell off the bush. I wish it could have something to help it keep growing and get water to it so it could grow indoors even. Hey, wait a minute. This gives me a clever idea for a crafternoon. We can make a vase for this rose so it can continue to grow. Yes! Oh, and we can use this water bottle to make that happen. Come on, let's go. Whoa, all right, we're ready to craft. I've got the water bottle and I've got our beautiful smelling pink flower. Now I'm gonna roll up my sleeves and get to work. So what we're gonna do first is take this water bottle and we're going to cut it kind of in half. And this one has lines, some others don't. And just starting on this, it's a good thing to get a grown-up to help you out. Because sometimes it's hard to make that first cut. There we go. But now that it's cut, I can just kind of go around on the lines like so. And we cut this whole thing in half. And so my idea for this vase is that we use the bottom to hold the water. But we need something to hold the flower up a little bit more, because otherwise the flower kind of, can flop around. And I think it would just look a little bit prettier if we had like something nice to put the flower in. So my idea is, oh, come on. We open the cap off. We'll save that for another craft. We pop this in, and then we can put the flower into this kind of portion and keep all the water there so we don't slosh water around for moving the craft. So I think what we should do is cut this part to size. So I'm just gonna cut around like this. I just love making things out of things that I was going to recycle. So let's give this a shot. Pop that in. Oh, okay, flower. So pop this in. That looks really cool. So I'm gonna make a scalloped edge with this top. So scalloped edge is kind of like if you put like little rainbows all around, or like half circles. So we're kind of wanting to cut half circles, and this doesn't have to be perfect either. Just make it so that it makes your flower look great when it goes in the vase. So to start half circles like this, to do scallop, we kind of want to do like cut little triangles out almost. See, like that? And we want to go just cut around, go in and up, in and up, and down and up and down and up. Great. So now we have this beautiful scalloped edge. It kind of looks like a flower itself, which makes it look really nice with this vase. So we'll try this again. Oh, see, that is really nice. And so with the scalloped edges, the pieces of the flower can kind of lean out in different directions, but the stem goes right down in the middle. I think this is really, really good. So what we want to do now is move our little bits of plastic over to the side. And we're just going to use regular tape for this. So we're going to take a piece of tape and we're going to attach these parts of the bottle together. All right. And you don't even need one long piece of tape. You can just do it with a couple different pieces of tape. But I'm just going to attach it like so. And we're going to tape this side. That is looking nice. And this is really actually pretty secure. You wouldn't even believe that it's like two parts of a water bottle cut together. Okay, we got that. Nice. So let's take a look at our flower again. Oh, that is gonna look really great. And when there's water in here, it's gonna weigh the bottom down, which is even better. So I think we should make a bit of a design for this vase just to make it look a little bit more interesting. So let's use some washi tape for that.
Washi tape?
So washi tape is really flexible tape. So we can use this tape to go over the scalloped edges. If you just kind of put it on the edges, and this could be any thickness of washi tape. What I like about this is it shows off that you did cut a scalloped edge, because you know, if you don't draw attention to it, some people may not notice that. And with flowers, I think you want people to notice these cool things. We're just going to bring this around, and you kind of just want to pinch. Every time you pull, you want to pinch. Washi tape is one of those things that you can kind of just train to do whatever you want it to do. here we go. Just pinch away and we're done. And washi tape is really easy. You don't even need anything special to tear it. You just rip it. And look at that. So we have our scalloped edge is kind of now has this like beautiful washi tape lining. And maybe we'll put a line on the bottom. I can follow these lines. Maybe I'll just follow this along. Make this look really nice. And I'm gonna put this all around. Have a nice little ring down here. Okay. Then I'm gonna use maybe some blue washi tape. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go around and around and around and make a band of blue, and then we'll put another detail on it in a little bit. So I'm just gonna cover up that tape completely by going around and around and around. So I made one loop around, then I'm gonna go one below it, and I'm gonna go around again. Make sure that we're all covered up. Oh, this is looking really, really good. And then the next thing I want to do is make sure that we do another one down here. Just 3, yeah, it's about 3 different little of my skinny little washi tape bands. You might have thicker washi tape because washi tape comes in all shapes and sizes. Like, look at this washi tape. It's like much thicker than this one. So, and yeah, that's kind of the fun of washi tape. But look at, I even have littler ones. Look at that one, it's super little. Maybe we'll use that too. So I want to put maybe some yellow in the middle of this blue. I'll grab that right here. And we're gonna go around just the middle. We'll make a little belt for it. This is looking really nice. And nice. And let's put some of this little washi tape on too. Maybe in the middle of the middle band, just because that's always fun. So let me put this down here. A little washi tape. Oh, the stop part is not too sticky. All right, you go over here. And we only want to deal with sticky washi tape. And let's put this down. Oh, wow, that looks really good. So yeah, like, I just think washi tape is so much fun because you can play with the different types of washi tape you have. Okay, all we have to do is add the water, which I have right here. So we're gonna pour it in carefully, just like so. But it's gonna go all in the bottom and weigh that down. And we're gonna pop our flour in. Ta-da! Look at that. It's our crafternoon creation. We just made a beautiful vase for our flower. Wow. Well, thank you for having another crafternoon with me, K10. Bye. Hi, it's me, K10, and check it out. We have mail. It's a letter. Let's see what it says. I love getting mail. Don't you? Oh, and look, it's a card. And it looks like they reused a card here. That's really cool. Hi, K10, it's Duncan. I am so excited for my favorite holiday. It's so spooky. Can you guess what it is? Do you know? It's Halloween. Oh yeah, I should have known. I want to make a craft that is a little spooky. Thank you, Duncan. P.S. Can it be about bats? All right. P.P.S. Don't make it too scary.
Hi there.
All right, well this is giving me a clever idea for a crafternoon. I know, we can make a bat decoration and we won't make it too scary, I promise. All right, ready to make it? Let's go. Whoa. All right, so how do we make a not spooky bat? I'm thinking we could use a toilet paper roll. I love using toilet paper rolls for crafts, and I think what we should do, cut off like a little bit of this, so maybe you could get 3 bats out of a roll. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna make one bat. We're just gonna cut like that. And we're gonna cut around, just like so, all the way to the beginning. Perfect. So we have this cute little roll. So the idea is that our bat's face is gonna be right here. So we'll trim this up a little bit. But first things first, I think we should make this the color of a bat. Do you know what color a bat is? A bat is black.
Actually, we come in all kinds of colors, like gray, brown, and even red. Ah, look at us. We're adorable.
So I'm gonna take some black paint. And this is fun because it's just gotta go to be one color. If you don't have paint, you could wrap this in construction paper, or you can make a loop of construction paper. You take like, you know, and just cover it, or you make a loop yourself, which is always fun. But today we don't need to worry about that because we have our black paint ready to go. And we don't need a lot. And this is acrylic paint, so we're just gonna go all the way around, having fun, getting this whole roll all nice and painty. You might get your fingers dirty, and that's okay because that's part of crafting. All right. And look at that. So I'm getting this all over here on the little cracks too of the roll. Isn't it cool that you can find things to craft with everywhere in your house? And things that people would just normally toss away, we can use for a craft. All right. I bet people will not even know that it is a part of a toilet paper roll anymore. All right, a little bit more. Almost done. I really like how acrylic paint just spreads so nice and easily. Oh, just painted my fingers. Check that out. All right, well, it's not a crafternoon if you have clean fingers afterwards. All right, we're almost done. And what's great is the front is almost dried, so we can keep working. All right, there we go. So, love that. Okay, so now that we have our toilet paper tube is painted black, I'm gonna pop that there for a second. What we're gonna need for our bat is, I think we should get some fangs, but we can make them cute. We'll make them cute, but I have, I keep scraps of my paper, like when I use them for other crafts, I save them for later, and I'm gonna use some white scrap paper, and we're gonna cut 2 little triangles that will be the fangs. So, the way I do this, I do it in a silly way, where I kind of make a gem that I cut. So I go like one way, and I go another way, and you have a triangle. Then I cut through the middle of that triangle, and then I even out these teeth. These teeth might be way too big for this. Oh yeah, that takes up half its head. Okay, let's make this smaller. See, it's about guessing and testing, really. Oh yeah, that is way more the speed of this little guy. So I'm just gonna line this up and get a fang approximately the same size. The nice thing about making these fangs is they don't have to be the exact same because we're not the exact same. Okay, I love these. Okay, so I'm gonna take some glue. And for this case, I'm gonna use a paintbrush with my glue.
Glue!
Just do a big old glob of glue. And we're gonna put these fangs on. Let's pick a nice place for the front. I think I like that for the front. Okay, we're gonna do 2 little dots like this, fang and fang. I like that word, fang. It's like, it makes me think of pointy teeth. Oh wow, okay, that looks good already. Look at these fangs on there. Okay, so next thing we're gonna need is, you know it, some googly eyes. So let me see what we have here. I have some little googly eyes. I got some bigger ones. Let's see how these would look. Oh, that would be cute. So let's put our googly eyes. I like the idea of putting them close together because that looks silly. Boop, 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 boop. Let's put our glue down in 2 little circles. And remember, you don't need a lot of glue because you don't want the glue kind of like smushing out from underneath, even though, look, exactly what I did is smushing out from underneath. All right, and oh my gosh, that looks so cute. That doesn't look too spooky at all. That's really cute. Okay, so next thing I think our bat needs is some bat wings. So bat wings, we can take a piece of paper and move this one over to the side. And our bat wings are really fun to make because we get to draw some zigzags. So I'm gonna take a marker. Let me take, why not just try the pink one? So what we're gonna do is we're going to draw this wing, and this wing will be a bat wing, and it will go up and it'll go down. And then when it goes down, we're going to go zig, zag, zig, zag, zig, zag, zig. Kind of looks like a lobster claw. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're going to make 2 of them, really the easiest way possible, by folding this in half and cutting 2 out at once. That is a top crafternoon trick, because then you are not ever having to cut things out twice. And sometimes cutting paper is challenging. Okay. Wow, this is looking really cool. Okay, so look at that. Zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. And we don't just have 1, we've got 2 bat wings. So what we're gonna do is to attach the bat wings, we're gonna fold it back on this side, so that will go on this side. Now over here, we're gonna fold it back, and that will go on this side. Great. So we're just gonna go back to our glue pile and do this. Get it all over there, get that nice and sticky. And we're gonna attach that wing. Whoa, look at that. That's so fun. Squish, 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 squish. You can, if you're in a rush, you can tape this too, because you really won't see the tape if you tape around. But I'm not in a rush because I am having a crafternoon. Okay, here we go. Boom. And over here. Oh, wow. All right. Check this out. We have 2 bat wings on. Not 1, but 2. And the last thing I think we need is bats have these cute little pointy points. So let's just cut 2 little triangles. That's easy enough. And since our paper's folded together, we can make them match. Although that is not necessary. So let's cut like that. Boop. We have not 1, but 2 little triangles. And so what we're gonna do is, I think they just need to poke up a little bit. So you can glue them really down low and just have them poke up. All right, put some glue on this. Can't wait to see how this looks. Oh, that is so cute. I really like this craft because it's kind of a celebration of all the triangles. And usually I don't think triangles are that cute, but this is very cute. Okay, there we go. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's just change this ear a little bit. Look at that. Oh, it's our crafternoon creation. We made a bat for Halloween that is really cute. Well, thanks for having another crafternoon with me, K10. Bye.
Bye.
Hi, it's me, K10, and today I'm at Board Members Surf and Bike Shop in Huntington Beach, California. Have you ever been to a shop? I love going to shops and seeing what's inside. Oh, hey,
Hi,
are you the shop owner?
I am the shop owner.
Oh, that is so cool. Well, how's your day going?
It's going good. I wish it was going great.
What happened?
Well, my customers don't know if I'm open or closed. So I wish it was going great. It would make my day a lot better.
Oh, yeah. Well, wait a minute. This gives me a clever idea for a crafternoon. We can make a sign that tells your customers if you're open or closed. Yes!
I need that. Please help.
Okay,
It will
okay.
make my day great.
Wait right there.
Okay,
We'll
I'll
be
be right-
right back.
Okay, go.
Come on, let's go. Whoa! Wow! So we have to make an open and close sign for our new friend. All right, this is gonna be really fun. So I have these two cardboard pieces that I found in my recycling bin. They were from a seltzer box, and I think these are gonna be great because it's about the size I want for a sign. And if we put two together, it's gonna be really strong because we want a sign that's not gonna break after a while. We want that business to be able to use it for a long time. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we also need to figure out how that sign is gonna be hung up. And I think we can use some pipe cleaners to make the little hooks for our sign. Pipe cleaners! I think I'll just cut this in half. Boop, perfect. And let's make some loops. So to make some loops, you can even use your finger and hold this side of the pipe cleaner. You just kind of go like this and twirl around until, and make sure you don't do it too tight because you don't want to hurt your finger. If you just do it really gently, you can get a little loop like this. And so the idea is we'll put this, we'll kind of sandwich, like when you make a sandwich, you put the meat or the cheese inside. In this case, we're gonna put the pipe cleaner inside. We're gonna sandwich it between our two pieces of cardboard. And we're gonna do that again. For this one, we're gonna make a loop and we're gonna go twist and twist. Kind of looks like a mini tennis racket. Hey, maybe I could use a pom-pom. Boop. All right, so I'm gonna put that down here. And what we're gonna need to do next is kind of get those right in there. So I'm gonna use my favorite glue. And I'm just going to put a line right here and get that right in there. Put a line right here, get that right in there. And going to get these papers together too. So I'm gonna use some of this type of glue, especially, this is really good glue for pipe cleaners because it kind of gets in the little bits of fur. And I'm gonna put a little bit here and just really kind of get this all working together. And I think I'm going to use two types of glue. I'm gonna use a glue stick, and I'm gonna go around the border too. And I love that this one is purple on the inside. Sometimes glue can be white. I like that this one is purple. All right, and we're just gonna go along here and get that all nice and gluey. And I'm gonna put that right on top, make that sandwich. I'm just gonna press down and get that all to line up. Great, so you can see how this is already becoming a nice sign because we can even move these like that. And now it has something to hang from when it's, in a window. So I'm gonna just trim the bottom here, make this all line up. Boop, 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 boop. Now, I think I want to have 2 different colors for our 2 different sides. So for the open side, I think it should be a bright color. And I love yellow for that. So we're going to trace out the paper so we know how to cut it. So I'm gonna use the top edge of the paper. I'm gonna move it over because we always wanna make sure if we can have scrap paper to use later, we want the most. So I'm gonna take a marker. I'm gonna use a yellow marker because that way you can't see it if I accidentally draw over the lines. So I'm just gonna cut this out. Boop, 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 boop. And if you don't get it perfect, that's okay too, because again, this is a sign that you're making. Like if you wanted a sign that was like perfect, you could order one, but that is just not as much fun. Okay, so we have our beautiful piece of paper ready to go here. And I'm going to use, maybe I'll use my glue stick to glue this on top. That looks great. Take my glue stick and I'm just gonna glue, glue, glue everywhere. That is so much fun. Pretty soon, I think you will not be able to tell that this was a box. Okay, so we have that side. And I think we want to put a color on this side where it says closed, because we'll have one side of the sign that says open, and then when the store is closed, you can turn it and it will say closed. So maybe, what would be a fun color for closed? Oh, maybe like, actually red might be kind of fun, because I always think like red means like stop sign. Like maybe people will think that that means closed. Maybe we'll make the closed sign even more fun because, you know, if it's open, well, you go into the store, but if it's closed, at least you can admire that sign. Okay, so let's measure up what we have to cut out. That matches up really nicely. And I'm going to put glue all over here. Yeah. And then the next step is even gonna be more fun. So we've got glue, 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 glue everywhere. And we'll pop this red on here. I love that. Press, press, press. Now, the last thing I think we need for our sign is an edge. I think we can just use construction paper.
Construction paper!
So what we're gonna do to make the border is we're just going to measure out how long we need the border to be. I'm going to do that, and we'll just cut a strip, kind of like that. Again, doesn't need to be perfect because it's all about you. I'm gonna cut out a strip. And then, here's what we do to make this border look really good. We're gonna fold this in half, just like that. And we'll use our thumbnail or one of our nails to make it a really crisp edge. And so once we folded that in half, the idea is that this can go inside of that. And we'll just tape it down or glue it down actually. And that way we'll have a nice border for our sign. So I'm just gonna put some glue. Again, you could use any type of glue you like. I'm just having fun with a glue stick today. Any type of glue will work for this. And you could also use tape. And you could also use washi tape instead of doing this. We're gonna take this and we're gonna stick it right in there, and we're gonna fold this up and over, and we're gonna press, 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 and check it out. We have a bottom border on both sides, and you don't see any of our edge at all. So I'm going to trim this off this side, and we're gonna make another border. Okay, so I have here to here. I'm gonna cut right here. Boom. Okay, so I'm gonna glue right here. And we're gonna just put that on. Okay. Ooh, perfect. Now we have our glue right here. And we have two little empty spots. And I think what we could do is we could put something there to decorate that so people don't even know that there was an empty spot. I think we could use some pom-poms. I'll make a big glob right there. I'll make a big glob right there. And I'll put these pom-poms right on top. Oh, that looks really good. It looks like they're supposed to be there. I love that. Okay, so now we need to say the word open on this side. So I'm gonna use my marker to kind of lightly trace out the word open. And open is spelled O-P-E-N. That means you're open for business. And I think this side, I want to do something really fun. I want to make these letters bold. I think I'll use washi tape. And the fun thing about washi tape is you can kind of shape it as you put it on. So you're the boss of that washi tape. Okay, here we go. The thing about this is you could just leave it as marker writing, but I just think that it looks so much more unique when you use a different medium. So marker is a medium, pipe cleaners is a medium, washi tape is a medium. I think it's always nice to incorporate a bunch of different mediums into this. I saw this washi tape and it's kind of metallic. I love that. Maybe I'll do a line of it here. So take a look. This is our open sign. And now we get to make the closed sign. So I think we should use pipe cleaners. And we're going to shape the letters with pipe cleaners. So we're gonna make the letter C. So I'm just going to twist, 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 twist. Boop, 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 boop. Kind of like how we did the little hooks. That's how you can kind of double up on a pipe cleaner. And we're just going to shape it into a letter C. Just like that. And I'm gonna pop it down right there. And then I want the letter L, O, S, E. And the last letter is the letter D, C-L-O-S-E-D, closed. And I'm gonna use this to get all these letters down on this sign. And it's okay if you use a little extra because it will dry clear. So now we need to make the hanger for the sign. So what I'm going to use is some string. I'm just gonna cut a little bit of it because this is gonna be the thing that hangs up. Move that back, and I'm gonna use a straw. So the straw will be really helpful for hanging it up, and it'll be something that can kind of be a support between these. See? And it hangs up like that. Cool, huh? So we are going to push this yarn through the straw, and to do that, I'm going to use the back of a paintbrush. Always in crafts, you never know where the tool to do a job is until you need it. And you can just invent whatever tool you need. So we're going to keep pushing this till we're all the way through the straw. Just go on in. Hang on. I know what we're going to do. We're going to splice this open. Oh, there it is. Okay, and we're going to pull this through. And thank you, paintbrush. And we're going to bring this through our sign. So we're going to take this. We want it to rest on the straw. Pull it through. Nice. Perfect. And we're going to knot the top. So we're going to tie a knot like so. Pull it nice and tight. And then to hide it, we're just going to pull it right into the straw. So look at that. Check it out. This is our Crafternoon creation. We made an open and a closed sign for a business, and all we have left to do is bring it to the business. Yes! Hi, 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 hi. I hurried back. Check it out.
Oh my happiness. This is for me?
Yeah, this is a sign that will tell your customers if you're closed or if you're open, and you can hang it up in the window.
Thank you.
Enjoy it.
I will. I'm going right on the window.
Awesome. Well, that was just so nice. I love when a craft can help somebody else, don't you? Well, thank you so much for having another Crafternoon with me, K10. Bye. Hi, it's me, K10. And guess where I am today? We're at the beach. Yeah, the beach is so much fun. You can do so many fun things here. You can have a picnic, you can swim, you can surf, and you can play in the sand. But the thing I'm here to do today is watch for dolphins. Dolphins are my favorite ocean creature. They're mammals, and they swim in pods, and then they jump up out of the ocean. It's so cute. So I am gonna start looking for dolphins. Come on! Dolphins, where are you? Where could they be? At least they have a snack to pass the time. Well, if I can't see a dolphin, what can I do? I know, I can make a dolphin. This gives me a clever idea for a Crafternoon. And we can use this plate to help us make a dolphin. Come on. Wow, okay, so we have this plate, and this is how I think we're gonna make a dolphin. Okay, so take a plate. And what you're gonna do is, I'm thinking we could use half of this plate as the dolphin shape. And then we'll add a fin and a snout, and we'll also add that kind of that top fin on the dolphin too.
Hi, K10. You know, the fin on my back is called a dorsal fin. Cool, huh?
First things first, take some scissors and cut this paper plate in half. Like so. Boom. So let's take this portion, and now to get the dimensions of what you want for the dolphin's nose and the dolphin's fins, we're gonna take I like blue. I think blue is a really pretty color for this. We're gonna put this on top of a piece of paper, and then we're gonna take a marker and we're gonna trace the dolphin's nose, we're gonna trace a top fin, and we're gonna trace the bottom fin too. I'm gonna use blue for tracing just because then it's a little easier to disguise later on. Okay, so let me think about that dolphin I wanted to see. So maybe I'll have its fin kind of come out of its tail like this, and it's gonna go down, and dolphin tails kind of go like that, and then we'll go back up. That looks cute. And we're gonna need a top fin. It's kind of like that. Let's not make it look too much like a shark. And then we're gonna need the nose. Dolphins kind of have a nose like that. So this is our dolphin, but we're gonna make this look even better because we're gonna cut this out. And we're actually also, I think what we should do is put a little bit in because we're gonna tape this to the back of the plate. So just make sure that we can cut out something that gives us a little bit more so we have room to tape it. Okay. Okay, so now time to cut. And what you want to do is not cut on the outside so we see the line. We're going to want to cut on the inside of that line to get the shapes that we need. First things first, we need to tape our fin to the back. So kind of want the dolphin's tail to kind of go like that. All right, so we'll tape that on. Do, 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 do. Easy peasy, just your basic old tape. And here's our fin. So we're gonna put this up top, just like so. Oop, like so, like that. And we'll tape that on. Do, 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 do. There we go. And then we need the dolphin's nose. So we'll just put that on right here. I know that there's a type of dolphin called a blue nose, and this is definitely gonna be a blue nose dolphin because it's got a blue nose. Okay, tape that, and it doesn't hurt to give this a little bit of extra tape, especially if you're gonna be playing with it later on or giving it to somebody else as a gift. So just tape, 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 maybe a little bit over here. Get it all nice and stuck on. And now to make our dolphin jump through the air, I think we should attach one of these craft sticks to it. So then that way we can even like pretend it's jumping along. And so all we do is we just tape this on our little stick. And like so. You can also use, if you don't have a craft stick, maybe you could use a twig or, you know, even sometimes 2 straws. If you tape those together, that's a nice strong stick to hold things with. That is looking great. Okay. So we need to draw the mouth on the dolphin. So I'm gonna use my marker to just draw like a little line. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Now we know that the dolphin can open its mouth and it can say, and now I think what we should do is we should paint our plate blue. So I wanna make a blue that matches this kind of color blue. I'm not maybe gonna do it exactly, but let's give it a shot with our color mixing. So I'm gonna take some of this blue. It's like a dark blue, so I don't wanna use too much. Put a little dab there. And then I'm gonna use, to make it lighter, I'm gonna use white. The white is right here. Oh no, that's a lighter blue. We could put some of that in there too. Here's the white. Okay, let's put some white in there. Boop, 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 boop. And there's a little bit of pink on there. That was from another craft I was doing. And let's put some of this light blue in there. Ooh, that is gonna look actually really cool. So I wonder, I hope we get a little bit close to this color. So let's mix it up. Here we go. Ooh, this is looking great. Look at that. It's getting close to that color. And actually, I think we might even need a little bit more dark blue to match that, because look, this is a little bit lighter than that. So let me put some dark blue in here. Boop. Give that a mix. And mix. Okay, this is looking pretty good. That's like a darker blue now. Okay, it's still a little light. Maybe a little bit more of this. I actually have another fun idea that we could do. Okay, let's do that. Mix that in. Okay, so this other fun idea I have is really kind of cool. So I'm thinking, what if we mix some blue glitter glue in with this so it'll look like the dolphin is shiny.
Glitter glue!
Just give it that extra little specialness. And if you don't want to put glitter glue in or you don't have glitter glue, don't even worry about it. Okay. All right, I think we're ready to paint. And even though it's not an exact match, that's fine too, because people will get that you're trying to make a dolphin. So let's just paint. Well, you know what we could do, because we didn't have an exact color match, and we have some more paint left over, we can paint our construction paper to match. Okay, and now I'm gonna get some black paint. Perfect. All right, pop this on our little palette. It's probably too much paint. Oh well. And I'm gonna take a little tiny fine brush like this, because that's good for like doing fine details, like a little line. We're gonna go along this line like so, and give us that dolphin mouth again. How cute is that? That is so cute. All right, so now what I wanna do is, this dolphin has got everything except what? An eye. So let's put an eye on our dolphin. Do we like this? Actually, yeah, that looks like a dolphin. All right, so let me grab some glue.
Glue!
Plop that eye right on there. Wow! Check it out. It's another Crafternoon creation. We made a dolphin that we can see anytime we want. And thanks for having another Crafternoon with me, K10. Dolphin, say bye. Thanks for watching K10's Crafternoon. If you love this and if you love crafts, make sure to like and subscribe on YouTube at K10 Crafternoon. Hi, it's me, K10, and check it out. We have mail. Yes. Let's open it up. Okay, it says, oh, before we see what it says, look, there's a pattern on it. And it looks like this might have been a card maybe used at the holidays. All right, let's read it. It says, hello, K10. It's me, Taylor. And guess what? What? I'm having a butterfly birthday party. sounds so much fun. It's about the theme butterflies. Oh, I love butterflies because butterflies are pollinators. I want something I can make for my party because I'm so excited. Let me know ASAP, Taylor. Okay, ASAP, we gotta get to work. But this is giving me a clever idea for a crafternoon. We can make a butterfly decoration for your party and it's gonna be flutter butter-tastic. Yes, come on, let's go. Whoa, all right. We have to make a butterfly decoration for a party. So I think we should start with one of my favorite things for crafting, an old paper towel tube. So my idea is that we can maybe make a butterfly napkin holder, and maybe we can use a napkin like this to be the wings for the butterfly, so that when you come to the party, you see a butterfly, but the wings are actually your napkin. So I'm gonna take my scissors and I'm gonna cut, and this will be our butterfly's body. So what I'm gonna do now is, before we paint anything, I need to figure out where the antennae are gonna go for the butterfly. So I think I might just do a little snip right here at the top. So this is something that might be helpful for a grown-up too. You're just gonna go snip, and then watch your fingers, and snip. And so the idea, I'm thinking, is we can push this down, and then once it's all painted, we can take, ooh, I don't even know what color, I like these color antennas. So you can take a pipe cleaner, and you can push it through to be the butterfly's antenna. Like so. Isn't that cool? So that's why we cut that little hole before we start painting. But I think our butterfly needs a body color. So I'm gonna put some white paint on my paper right here. And I'm gonna put some red. That is probably enough. And I'm gonna add some of this really cool orange color and put it on the plate. Boop. And I'm gonna take my paintbrush and we're just gonna start mixing, 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 mixing. And at first it'll look all kind of swirly. And look at that, it's turning into kind of a beautiful salmon color. Salmon is a type of a fish. I think this is gonna be a perfect color for our butterfly. So we just take our beautiful thing and we just start painting, and acrylic paint really does a good job covering, so you don't need a lot of paint to make a big impact. Oh, wow, okay, great. So now we have this entire tube painted our pinky salmon color.
Yay!
Now we need to figure out where our face is gonna go on this little butterfly. I'm gonna use this part that's already dried. And I'm going to take some googly eyes. And the cool thing about them is they are already sticky. So sometimes you can find googly eyes that are already sticky and you don't even have to glue them. But you know, I love gluing googly eyes too. So let's stick these right here with a big press. I think I want this butterfly to have maybe close together eyes. It's always kind of cute when you have that. Whoa, check that out. Okay, ooh, look at that. Those are cute little googly eyes. I'm just gonna grab our pipe cleaner and I'm gonna thread the pipe cleaner through, just like so. Also, if you're ever doing 2 crafts in one day, you could put this in a separate drying zone and always come back to it to do this part, because this part does get a little sticky if you Haven't waited for it to dry just yet. But we're impatient. We want to see what this looks like. So just bring this up like so. Look at that. And so your pipe cleaner might get a little bit of the paint on it, but that actually kind of makes it look even more unique. And we're going to twirl this pipe cleaner down here to make it look even more like antenna. And antennae usually have like little balls or things at the top. So maybe what we could do is use some beads.
I love beads.
I pop them on top, just loop that through and bring it down and twist, 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 twist. Nice. There's one antenna, and we're gonna take this bead, push it through, and bring it over and down. And we're gonna twist, 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 twist. Great. Maybe what we can even do if we want these antennae to be more curly, we can take something like a marker, and what we can do is we can wrap this around and kind of train this pipe cleaner to go in a shape that we want. We're gonna take our napkin, move our butterfly body to the side, and we're gonna fold the napkin with an accordion fold. You take our napkin, open it up, and you're gonna go fold, and then you're gonna go fold this way, because what we wanna do is we want all the colors of the napkin to be on one side. So you don't wanna roll it up, you wanna fold it up. And you're going to kind of make it even more narrow, and you're gonna pull it through the tube here. And this is called a napkin holder because it holds your napkin in place. So let's keep pulling it, pull, 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 pull. And we want the colorful part to be where the butterfly's body is facing us. And look at that. Oh my gosh, this looks so cool. I'm gonna pull it some more. And all we need to do now is spread those wings, butterfly. Check it out. It's our Crafternoon creation. We made a butterfly napkin holder. Wow. Well, thanks so much for having another Crafternoon with me, K10. Bye. It's me, K10, and guess what? I'm decorating for the holidays. The holidays are such a fun time of year where you get to put up decorations inside of your house and have really nice time with your family. Hang on. Do you hear that noise?
Hello, ho, 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 K10. It's me, Santa.
Oh, wow. Hi, Santa. How's it going? Are the elves making all sorts of toys right now?
Well, K10, that's why I'm calling. I have an elf who's sick with a cold.
Oh no, colds are the worst. When you have a cold, you cough and you sneeze, and you really need to rest.
Yes, so I'm down an elf, and we still have 3 toys that need to be made.
Hey, that gives me a clever idea for a Crafternoon. We can make toys for the kids. Santa, give me your list.
Well, it's a pony, a claw game, and some slime.
Santa, we're gonna work as hard as we can to make these toys for your elf. Come on, let's make some crafts. It's gonna be great. Wow! Okay, so Santa has given us a very important task. We need to make 3 crafts this Crafternoon. A pony, a claw game, and some slime. And you're gonna wanna stick around to see how that slime turns out. It is so cool. So first up, the pony. Let's take a tube and cut it about here. And this is something that you can work with a grown-up as well to cut, because sometimes cutting these paper tubes is a little tricky. Now that we have this body, I'm gonna take a popsicle stick, because this could be the horse's legs. But if we made, well, I guess we could stick this on and it would be a giraffe. But what we need to do is, I think if we snap these popsicle sticks in half, that might be the perfect length of leg for this pony. So when you're playing with a popsicle stick and you're snapping it in half, most important thing is snap it away from you and not toward anybody else's eyes. And this is a really great thing to get a grown-up to help with as well. But I'll show you how to do it. You just take it like this, hold it, and you go boom. And you can break it in half like that. Let's do this one here. And you go boom, just like that, and you break it in half. And then now we have some pony legs. What I think we're missing is the pony's head. So let's draw a pony head. And I'm gonna actually use some cardboard to draw it. So I'm gonna take a marker. We'll need to draw a neck that's a bit longer than a normal pony neck. So we'll go down like this. So I'm gonna cut out 2 of these, and by folding this in half, I'm gonna get 2 pony heads that I can glue together. So I'm gonna cut, cut, cut. Cutting with cardboard is sometimes tricky, so you have to use a lot of effort to cut with that cardboard. But here we go. Get the pony's ear. Now we're gonna get the pony's head. And then we're gonna get the pony's cute little snout. Do. And then we're gonna go down. And we're gonna go across. And, ta-da! We have 2 pony heads. So what we're gonna do is glue these together to make them even stronger. A few little dots, and that should do it. Always remember to close your glue. And I'm gonna press these little heads together. They always say 2 heads are better than 1. All right, so there we go. I'm going to take the pony's head, and I'm just gonna make a little slice into our tube here. Just gonna go like that. Just enough so that this head fits right in. There we go. That looks really, really cute actually. And then what you can do also to make that pony head stand up a little better is put a slice right here. Oops. And then bend one way, bend the other way. So when you go in like this, it stays up because it's kind of got a tab going that way and a tab going that way. So that's how we're going to get our horse's head to stand up nice and proud. And you can glue it in, but I'm actually going to tape it in because that'll help it really stick in there. And there we go. All right, so now that we have the pony's head, the pony's body, we need the pony's legs. We'll take a piece of tape here, and we'll attach this leg. And what we're gonna do is the tape is gonna help us get ready to glue these legs. I'm gonna put a little bit of extra glue right by its neck, just to make that stick in even more. And we're gonna let this pony dry. And now for our next craft, we need to make a colorname. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take 2 cups. One of the cups we're going to draw a little circle on the top of, and you'll see why later. And the other cup we're going to cut. So we need to cut 8 strips in this cup here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make little marks so that we know we can have 8 strips. So do this, do this, do this. It's like kind of like cutting up a pie. And then we'll go like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if you do ones on each side and then one in the middle, one in the middle, one in the middle, one in the middle, now you know where you need to cut the cup. So we're just gonna take our scissors, and this is super fun. You're just cutting all the way down. We're gonna open this cup up. Boom. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your cup and you're going to spread it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to cut off 4 of these little arms, and we're gonna do every other one. So this one off, 1, and then not this one, but we're gonna cut this one off. Boom. We're gonna leave this one. We're gonna cut this one, boom. And we're going to cut this one, boom. What we're gonna do is we're going to fold these in like so. All right, so now that you've folded all these like that, we're going to turn it over like that, and we're going to take a straw. And then I'm just gonna carefully cut into this straw like that, and like that, just to make little pieces that I can open up, similar to what we did with the actual cup. And then I'm going to stick it down, and we're going to use some tape to tape this on. And this actually works really well. Just take different pieces of tape and tape each little spoke down. So the last thing we need to do, now that we have our claw, see, wah, 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 wah. We're going to need to poke a hole in that cup where I drew it. So this is definitely something you'll probably want to use a grown-up for. But I'll just take my safety scissors, and I'll open them up, and I'll just go boop, boop, boop. I'll press a little hard, and in it goes, and I just spin the scissors around in there to make that hole. And if it's not perfect, that's okay. Boom. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take our straw and we're gonna thread it through the hole. And this is a little tricky, but not impossible. You have to kind of look inside. And when you see that, you go poke. And then you just slowly draw this whole game inside. And as you bring it inside, the claws kind of like close up, just like that. And that is a claw game. You go down, and I grab, and whoa! I actually did really good. I'm gonna put this claw game to the side, and we're gonna start our last craft, which is slime! To make slime is actually pretty easy. The way we make slime here is we'll take a whole bottle of glue. So because we want to make this slime look like snow, it's actually great that it's already the color of snow, which is white. What we're gonna do next is we're going to add 2 things. We're gonna add baking soda, and we're gonna add contact lens solution. So I'm gonna take a jar here, and I'm gonna make our mixture, which is the 1/2 teaspoon. So this is 1 teaspoon, so I just need 1/2 of it, of the baking soda. And you don't have to be like super exact, but There we go. And then I'm gonna mix it with 1.5 tablespoons of the contact lens solution. So here we go. Fill up one of these. And we go dump. And then we're gonna do half of one. And we're gonna go like that. Now, we gotta mix this all up. I'll use this to mix. Mix, 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 mix. And get it all nice and blended together. And this is our kind of our slime magic solution. So we're ready here. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna pour this right on top. So just pour this on top. And this is where our slime magic begins. So we're gonna just go in there, and at first it's really ooey gooey. Look at that. And just keep working that slime, because the thing is it's gotta get all mixed up with the solution, and it's gonna get less and less tacky as you work it. My favorite thing to do with slime is to add things to it once we have it set. So, now that we have our beautiful snow that I love to just go poke my fingers into, I think we can add something really, really special to this. At the dollar store, I found these beautiful pearls. Ooh. So I just love to like kind of fold them in. You bring them in, then you kind of fold the edges over, and you kind of put them in the middle so that it kind of gets suspended. And now look at this. Whoa, do you see the pearls inside? Oh my gosh, Santa is going to be very impressed with our work here. And pop that right there. Boom! Our gift is ready to go. So the only thing we need to do is paint our beautiful little pony. Now that we have our pony all painted, we need to add one more thing. Well, actually two more things. We need eyes and we need hair for this pony. So for hair, I think we could use some wool here, some string. So what we're gonna do is I'm going to just kind of do a few little strings of this, like so. I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut this. And we're gonna wanna glue this on. So I'm gonna take some of my tacky glue. There we go. Great. So I'm gonna just tie this up and pull it through. There we go. And the fun of yarn is if you want to make kind of like fun looking hair, you just pull the yarn apart. It kind of gets twisty, but makes this beautiful kind of looking crimpy mane for our pony. There we go. And then I'm gonna dip the middle in to my glue. Get that all on there, and then I'm just going to put the mane on, just kind of like right there. Phew, I'm so glad we finished.
Hello, ho, 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 K10. Let's take a look.
Yes, Santa, we made 3 toys for you. We have our pony toy, we have our claw game, and we have our snow slime.
Oh, that is just magnificent. I'll have one of my reindeer come to pick those toys up soon. Oh, thank you again, K10. You made my job so ho, 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 ho much easier. Merry Christmas! How do I turn this thing off?
Wow, thank you so much for having another holiday crafternoon with me, K10. Bye.